Hello friends, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Mina, and on this channel I share my coloring, my art journey, and hopefully inspire you in some way. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my completed pages for April 2025. I have about 10 pages to show, so yeah, let me take this stack away and let's just get right into the video. Let's start with Nonin Naye Pure, You're My Star by Kim Star. And I did this page. So this is the page for April, and the flower is the camellia flower. And this is how it turned out. So I used watercolor as a base, and then colored pencils and white gel pen for parts that needed it. I think I used it on the clouds. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this one also turned out. I used the reference as an inspiration, but mine is obviously more brighter. And what else can I say? Yeah, it was really nice. I liked coloring this book, and I really like how the guy turned out. He looks like, those princes or noble men in K-drama. So I felt like I was having my own Korean drama moment. So yeah, I'm really happy with this page and how it turned out. Next, I worked in Apple's Forest Girl coloring book. So this is the very first page I've done in this book. So before I started, I did a little test here, and then I went to the actual page. So this page is called Clock of Spring Flowers, and I have a speed coloring of this page on my channel if you're interested in that. So I basically try to replicate the reference picture, and everything is almost the same. The only thing that's different is, I guess, the patterns on the skirt. And yeah, I started with watercolor as a base, and then I went over with colored pencils and fine liner for the parts that were needed. And that's about it. I really loved working in this book, and it takes water very well, so I can't wait to do more pages. I really love how the picture also turned out. So yeah, this is my page from Apple's Forest Girls coloring book. I also did a page from Mythic World by Kerby Rosanes, and I did this one. So this is about the Chinese myth of the moon goddess and then the rabbit. And initially I was going to use red and yellow, the Chinese good luck colors. But then I thought, since she's a moon goddess, the moon gives light, but it's a softer kind of light. So I decided to go with a softer and cooler color palette. So I basically just used all the light blues and greens I had. And for this side, because she's carrying a lamp, I thought maybe it should have a little light and glow effect, and then the elixir as well, because it's an elixir of immortality. So that's how I came about this page. And I also used Mod Podge, and this is the very first time I used it. So it gives like a shiny effect when you look at it, which is quite cool. I like it. I just feel like it was too much, especially for this part. So I don't know. Even though it's nice, the shimmer is nice, I just feel it's too much. But it's really good. Like once it's dry, it doesn't come off. That's what I like about it. It's stuck, and yeah, the effect is also really cool. So this is how this page turned out. I have a speed coloring of this page on my channel as well, and I'm really pleased with this page because Kirby pages are still really daunting, but sometimes it's not that deep. You just take a pencil and you might surprise yourself with what you might come up with. So this is another page done, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. It's probably one of my favorites for the month. I also worked in Kochi Inen Pungyeong Suchewa coloring book by Go In John, and I did this page. So if you've watched some of my previous videos, this is one of my project books for the year, and I did this page. It's called Rosebush and Wire at Dusk. So this is how it turned out. And for this book, I mostly used watercolors and just a little bit of pencil for details and shading. And I'm actually really pleased with how this turned out because on that day my light bulb went out and it was a rainy day, so it was really cloudy and I used a lamp. So I'm quite surprised by how I was able to match the colors. This is another page done in this book. I also worked in my Coco Wyo book, so this is Comfy Days, and I have this page to show you. So this page is actually from last month, but I wasn't able to show it, so I decided to add it to this month's completed pages video. So this is how this page turned out, and I'm really happy with like how all the colors work together. And yeah, for my Coco Wyo books, I'm really trying to experiment with colors and try things out. So if I do them and it turns out nicely, I'm like, oh, and I try to apply what I've learned to my other pages. So this is a page of vegetables and shopping, things like that. And the only problem I have is this one vegetable. I didn't know what it was. So in the end, I decided to color it brown. But after, I think they are radishes. I'm not too sure still, but I think it was supposed to be radishes. So if you know what this vegetable is supposed to look like or what it is, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, this is one page. And then I also did this page. This is a rock and roll kind of page. It gives me like really happy and cheerful vibes whenever I look at it. So I used alcohol markers and then just a little bit of pencil, gel pen. And for the golden shiny bits, I used this gold metallic watercolor. It's quite tiny actually. So for now, I have to cherish it, you know, like my precious. So yeah, this is the gold I used. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this page also turned out. It's part of my Coco Wyo playlist, so if you're interested, you can check that out. And then I did this cinema theme page. This was also a quick work, I think, but I'm not too pleased with this page because I don't know, especially this part. I didn't know what it was supposed to be. Like this I know is the desk and this is like a stand, but there are so many, you know, lines dividing this part. I don't know if it's supposed to be part of this or it's, I don't know. Sometimes I've realized with these Coco Wyo books it's quite difficult to tell what is supposed to be what. So yeah, I made a similar mistake here for this part. I didn't know it was the hand. This I admit is my fault. I should have known, but I didn't know it was part of the body, and then I colored it a different color and then I used acrylic, and then I went over with colored pencils. If it's from afar you might not really tell, but if it's up close you can see there's a little difference. So yeah, that's all for my Comfy Days by Coco Wyo. Finally, I worked in Huga Place by Coco Wyo, and I did this page and I absolutely love this page. I think it's because of the color of the computer because this type of pink, like really light pink, is my favorite color. So if I had a computer like this, it would be the dream. So I guess this is my dream office. So yeah, this is how this one also turned out, and it's part of my Coco Wyo playlist. And I also did another page, also part of my Coco Wyo playlist. So this I was going for a very vibrant, bright color because you know it's fruits and vegetables. And yeah, I'm also happy with this page. So the normal alcohol marker with colored pencils and then gel pen for highlights. And finally I worked in this page. So for this one I didn't really give much thought to it because I did it whilst I was on the phone. So I just knew I wanted it to be like a 19, so I wanted to use very muted colors. So this light beam was an afterthought. I decided to do it close to the end of, you know, coloring the page. So I don't think I was able to execute it quite correctly, but you know, it is what it is, and it's another page done. So I'm happy with how this one also turned out. So yeah, that is all the pages I have for you this month. Let me know in the comments what page is your favorite, and thank you so much for watching and for subscribing and all of that. And until next time, have fun making art, coloring, and exploring your creativity. Bye bye.